Hello everyone, welcome once again to Dada's FoodCrave kitchen. In today's menu, in today's recipe, I am going to show you how to make you some delicious egusi soup that you can enjoy with your white rice or your fufu, whichever rocks your boat. If you are interested, keep on watching, and without any further ado, let's get cooking.
Dada's FoodCrave kitchen today, and she will show you everything you need to know. A woman that will cook everything for you, with a smile on her face every day. Dada's FoodCrave kitchen is the best you.
Alright, my Dada's team, let's prep our ingredients first. Here I have some baby spinach. I'm using fresh baby spinach. You can use frozen spinach if you like, but I'm telling you it's best to use the fresh baby spinach, or you can use kale, whichever leaf you have. You can use greens, you can use bologi, or you can also use bitter leaf. All right, I rather use the fresh leaves. I mean, the frozen one is good too, but mind you, it's going to be frozen and it's going to have a lot of water in it. It's going to add too much water into your soup. So I would say just go with the fresh leaves, okay? But if you have the frozen one, that's perfectly fine. So I give it a little bit of rough chop like so. You know, if the leaves are, whole, just give them a little bit of rough chop like so. If it already come chopped, then you're good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and put that aside and move on to the next step. Here I have some onions. All right, I have like 2.5 medium-sized onions here. Then I also have here some Scotch bonnet or habanero pepper, whichever one you have. Adjust the spice to your liking. If you already know, I like my food very spicy. So if you don't like your food too spicy, that's fine. You can cut that out. And then I have some little bit of leftover of bell pepper. I like using bell pepper into my food. It just brings a little bit of sweetness into the food, but it's optional. You don't have to add bell pepper. Then I also have 2 jumbo cube. All right. Then I have here some shrimp powder, which is crayfish. All right. It's just prawn shrimp powder. So I'm going to go ahead and add all my ingredients into my food processor and blend everything until they are well combined. As you can see there, I added my crayfish and I also added a little bit of salt to taste. Like I said again, adjust everything to your liking. As long as you follow the recipe, you should be good to go. Next, I'm going to go ahead and add my goat beef and my cow foot. Yes, it's a combination of different types of meats. Yes, I like cooking my soups like okra soup or egusi soup or cassava leaf soup, you name it, with different type of meat. It's a combination of different types of meat. As you can see, I have some smoked turkey here that I showed you, and I also have some cow belly, which is the shaki. I'm going to add that later. Next, I added my blended ingredients. I rinsed the blender out a little bit with water and just pour it in the pot. That little bit of water there, I'm just going to go ahead and cover the pot and season cook my meat one more time. If you follow my videos, I like to season cook. All right, so that all that flavor will infuse and go into the meat before I add any water. So before I add any water, actually, I went ahead and add my fresh fish. You can use any fresh fish of your choice. You want to make sure you wash it really good, obviously, and then you also want to make sure you season it with salt before you can add it. I'm just going to put it on top of the meat like so, cover the pot and let it just steam. As you can see, a couple minutes later it's steamed. And earlier I also show you guys my catfish. I deboned the catfish, smoked catfish. If you don't have all of these ingredients, that's fine, but if you have the fresh fish, you can use that as well. All right, I will tell you guys also where I have all my African ingredients. As you all know, I traveled recently to Gambia, but I didn't bring a lot of stuff at all. So there was a lot of stuff that I was avoiding to bring along, like palm oil and stuff. Catfish, I already got it. As we watching along the video, I will give you guys the information where I get my African food from here in my city in the States. All right, so I went ahead and took the fish out, which was steamed already on top of the meat. As you can see, my meat is well seasoned, cooked. I am going to now cover the pot and let it continue on season cook some more so that all that flavor will infuse into the meat. As you can see, again, couple minutes later, everything is now infused and season cooked really, really well. So I'm going to give it a good mix like so. And now I added some water to continue on cooking the meat. Now we're going to start the process of boiling our meat until it's well tender. All right, until it's tender to your liking. So you're going to go ahead and cover the pot. Let your cooking process begin by boiling the meat. So this is how the egusi looks like, which is the melon seed. It comes in whole, so all you have to do is just ground it in powder. You might be lucky, you can buy them, it's already grounded for you. If it's not grounded, just simply put it in your food processor and ground it into a powder. Make sure it doesn't have any lumps. All right, so next here I came back, check on my meat. It's perfectly cooked to perfection, the way I like it. It's soft, as you can see, guys. So now I went ahead and add my smoked turkey. All right, this is all optional. If you just want to cook the meat with the cow food, just that, you can go ahead and do so. So I added my smoked turkey. It's still a little bit of leftover turkey smoked turkey I have. I added that in there. Smoked turkey goes well, really well with egusi soup. And then I also added my cow belly, which is my shaki. All right, yes. So next I am going to go ahead and add this beautiful, delicious palm oil, all right, that I purchased from my beautiful sister here in the States. It's not a sponsored video, but I'm telling you, she have the best palm oil. You can follow her on Facebook, Nars African Food. You can follow her on Facebook. You can follow her on Instagram. If you are interested, just message me on Instagram. I'll give you her phone number so that you can contact her, especially as long as you live in the United States. She will be able to send it to you. Like I said again, it's not a sponsored video, but she's just a sweet darling. I pretty much buy all my African product from her, like my catfish, you name it, and my palm oil. Look how beautiful that palm oil is, guys. If you really want a good, pure, rich palm oil, you want to make sure you contact Nars African Food. Follow her on Instagram and Facebook as well. You can also contact me. I will give you more details about how to get yours. All right, so I went ahead and add my smoked catfish. I went ahead and just add the head of the catfish. It doesn't break that easily, so I wanted to have that flavor. I want the flavor to go into the bones. Later we can do that machat thing, suck the bone and crack it here and there. If you're a Gambian, you know what I mean by machat. You want all that flavor to go inside. So I'm gonna give it a little bit time, let it cook a little bit, let the palm oil cook. You want to make sure you cook your palm oil thoroughly too. All right, anything you're cooking, you want to make sure you give it time, let it cook. All right, so a couple minutes later I came back and I checked on my pot. So I gently added my steamed fish, all right, with my deboned smoked catfish. I took most of the bone out because, guys, catfish bone is very, very strong and very brutal. if you don't be careful, I mean, if that catfish bone struck you, man, I'm telling you, it's very painful. So I debone it a little bit, added my fish, so that most of the flavor will also infuse into the fish and the catfish, because guys, I'm telling you, you're gonna have to machat them bones. You just want everything to taste really, really good. So after a couple minutes, and one thing I wanted to tell you guys, do not add too much water into cooking your egusi soup. All right, you can always add water later on if it's too thick, but when you add too much water in cooking your food, you cannot take the water back out, and the more water, the less flavor your food's gonna be. As you can see, I added my egusi, grounded egusi, which is the melon seed. I added, like, I would say, like a cup and a half. So you want to eyeball everything. And then I also added my scotch bonnet pepper or habanero pepper to tumbal, in case it's not too spicy, so that I can squeeze it on the side. So you're going to cover the pot and give it a little bit more time. Let the egusi also cook, which is the melon seed. Give it time, let it cook, because you don't want nothing raw. All right, it's going to definitely upset your stomach. You want to give it time, let the egusi cook. I mean, like I said, in Gambia we cook our plasas actually with the geteno fly, which is the grounded peanut. You can also just use your egusi. All right, you can purchase them at Amazon. This one I didn't buy it from my beautiful sister Nas African Food, but you can find them at Amazon. But when I was coming from Gambia, I did brought this egusi from Gambia. Actually, I brought it with me when I traveled. So I cooked the egusi. Make sure it's cooked really, really good, like about one good 10 minutes. All right, like I said again, if you find out it's too thick, you can add water, but to start with, do not add too much water when you're cooking, because the more water, the less tastier your food's gonna be, and you cannot take it back. You can always add, but you cannot take it back. Then it's gonna take too much time to cook. It wouldn't be tasty. So you can always add, but you cannot take it back. So be mindful of that. So I went ahead and add my chopped fresh baby spinach. Like I said again, you can use bologi, you can use bitter leaf and bologi together. You can use baby spinach, you can use chopped kale, whichever green leaf you have, but you don't want to use cassava leaf. You cannot cook egusi soup with cassava leaf. Cassava leaf, it's its own different type of dish. All right, you can also use frozen spinach if you want. All right, but mind you, it's gonna also have water in it, or you'll just have to squeeze almost of the water out. So I added my fresh baby spinach. I'm also gonna give that one time to cook as well, which spinach doesn't take long to cook anyway, and you don't want to cook it too long. You don't want all the nutrients to get be faded out from the spinach. So I give it a couple minutes, and voila, this is the end result of our egusi soup. You guys, like I said again, you can enjoy it with your white rice, or you can enjoy it with your fufu. And this is our egusi soup, guys. And if you enjoy watching this video, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, a big like. And if you're new here, I welcome you. If you're a returning subscriber, I also welcome you. Before you leave, I hope you will consider subscribing to my channel, and don't forget that post notification bell so that you stay updated in any new video that I uploaded. Yes, that notification bell will definitely notify you whenever I upload a new video. You will not miss out on any of my video. As soon as you subscribe, just hit that notification bell, make sure it turns gray, then you'll be notified anytime I upload a new video. And don't forget to give this video a big like, a big thumbs up if you really enjoy watching this video. And if you try this recipe, leave your comment down below. If you have any question, also let me know. I thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until I come your way next time, may peace be unto you all. Shalom.